strange things, or let us even say stranger things have started happening on justice for Mohbad. We have been suspicious of it, but we could not put our fingers on this eerie feeling within us. And it is about a certain guy that is supposed to be Mohbad's friend. Now, we have Prime Boy on one side. We have Spending on one side. You will be shocked at what you're about to hear. The role of Spending in the demise of Mohbad. In fact, let me drop this before we proceed so you understand how important this video is. How it is so important, very much important, that you listen from the beginning of it till the end of it. At the police station, when Prime Boy, the nurse, and Spending, they were detained, something happened. Something happened. The nurse and Spending, they did something that will shock you. In fact, it is all coming out to light now. There is more to what the eyes can see. The demise of Mohbad is not something that is sudden. It's a pre-planned. The plot is thick. You know, the scriptures of Christians says the heart of man is deep. Who can find it? When I say man, it has nothing to do with the gender. Man simply means inside of him, he has the X and Y chromosome, and only men have it. So when you see words like a man, it's not about gender. The heart of man is deep. I can as well say the heart of human beings is so deep. Who can find it? Only God can find it. And when I say only God, doesn't mean God will come to this world to find it. No, God will give you and I the patience, the intelligence to find it. And that is what we have been doing on Justice for Mohbad. It's not as if you and I had some kind of previous relationship with Mohbad. In fact, a lot of people fighting for justice for Mohbad do not know him. Neither have they listened to his song. Not until after his demise. Like I said, what you're about to hear will shock you. It will blow your mind. It will connect the nurse, Spending, and Wunmi. Justice with intrigues. Seeking for justice for Mohbad. Full of U-turns, intrigues, and shocking revelation. Well, don't forget to like and share. Do not forget to tap on the subscribe button. Let us get right into this one.
It's only God that knows what happened in that house that night.
Okay, Mohbad. It's online. I thought somebody told me should have that video. The voice notes. Yeah.
And it was her voice.
Yes.
She said that
She said that.
But Owo Wunmi yaju ti Owo Mohbad lo. So that's how she said it.
This is the video. This is the video, right? So in this Prado does not have a smaller window that Spending was trying to describe. So that is it. So for that video of Yajo, let me look for it.
Thank you, ma. God bless you for all your work. Yesterday I was on Auntie Shade platform. I even go up to the box. Nobody contributed money for her. I was there. I recorded it. I went up into the box. Nobody contributed money. She started the live. She started the live with they should go and bury Mohbad, and everybody on that platform attack her. Say, no, no, no. Why will you say that? Don't say that. Before she not say, okay, why she's saying that is that everybody is cashing out and they are saying they want to do party, rally or whatever. Then I told her that is not rally. They are just going to the courts tomorrow to raise placard in and wear the t-shirts. So nobody contributed money, but the only thing they gave her, give like normal give, they give people on TikTok. And that is what they gave her. And Mommy Jo came to comfort, everybody is there. Nobody supported that they should go and bury Mohbad. And they did not contribute money.
But she's at least compared to her older sister, she's educated now.
Yes, at least a little bit. But she said they asked her questions about the blood.
Solidarity Assembly. The Solidarity
He said somebody called her. She said somebody called her from London that said they are going to do party. If she want the cloth, they'll give her. I said that is a lie. I never hear that. I don't know. I told her I never heard that.
Supposed to listen to news sources now. Is she died there?
I said I never see that on TikTok. I never see that. And everybody tell I know it's not like that.
If it's on TikTok, some group of people are planning anniversary. They are planning it, some group of people, and I don't want to mention the name of their platform.
Me, I never heard that though, and I told her yesterday I never. Only the one I heard is Uncle Yomi and the one they are planning and is to go to the court and to raise placard and wear the t-shirt. That's the only thing I'm aware. And that she just shake her head and smile. You say after the inquest tomorrow, she will talk about that. That is it.
Talk about it.
Sister, I think for the money.
On our TikTok page, do we need them to come and be talking about real evidences on TikTok? Nobody takes all these things that we see on TikTok. They are not admissible. Why would she say after Corona? What happens to going to Corona to go and tell them that? Who wants to hear what she has to say on TikTok?
If talking
what kind of talk is that?
You know that all these things that we are doing here is really relevant in the court of law. She's supposed to go and say her truth in the court of law. You know, to be sincere, I won't lie to you. For all of you people are not helpful towards this justice for Mohbad.
Yeye just said, can't we get that video and give to Yeye? I mean, it's like where I think they were accusing King White and he was explaining the initial plan.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen the video.
No, I'm talking about.
Does not want them to be playing those people's platform on our platform.
No, just for her maybe to listen to it privately. No, do you know what I'm talking about?
I can't listen to King White. Me, I cannot. All those things with me, I can't listen to them. I can't.
Thank you very much, Yeye.
Without that, they won't see me.
But you know, in the Western world, when they investigate things through social media, they still investigate through social media. Do you know that?
I know, but all what we are doing here is hearsay. It's inadmissible in the court of law.
Okay, but why she say
honestly speaking, it's a big truth. We are just causing unrest on social media. In the court, we are only doing roboreke. It doesn't concern them. You can't take all this thing I'm talking about now to the court. It's bullshit. This is not nonsense. I'm sincere with you. And the court deals with only evidence and facts. Not with all this. And they say
if she says she saw blood in social media, that is
no, you can't use it.
For questioning.
She needs to go to court and they need to bring an evidence. By the time they put the dot together, that's when they will come and say, I'm also a witness. I saw the blood. After they put the dot together, after Adura confessed, what happened to the brother? After Wunmi confessed, what happened to her husband? After Darosha confessed, the condition he met Mohbad, where before he left them, the condition he left them, and after he was called, when was he called? What time? And what was the reason? How did he meet Mohbad? After they all say it, then they can then say Feyisara is also a witness. Witness in the sense that she saw blood.
But the doctors too, they are not helping.
Feyisara falls in the same category like Karimo. They are witnesses. from what they have said, but they need to find the evidence from the Adura, the spending. They are the main suspects. Wunmi is the capital, the principal suspect,
Yes.
potential prime
Yes.
suspect.
Yes, that's right.
Bami and Adura and what's the other one's name? Spending, they are in the same cubicle with Feyisara, with the reason why we are holding on to spending very much on this platform is because spending have been able to is the spy that they sent from Wunmi's camp into Baba's camp. Baba that is looking for the justice for his son. They sent spending into this camp. Spending is a spy. Spending is the one they put close to Prime Boy. All because they are planning to bring Prime Boy. They want to pin that murder on Prime Boy. So spending is the one they are using to follow up Prime Boy and to be hearing things. And spending came into the camp. And also, I was told that spending's sister, I don't know her name, is it Queen Edabi? She is the one also that spending is using, because with her, she's the one causing, of course, she is one of justice for Mohbad, but there's conflict of interest. How can you be in justice for Mohbad and then you are protecting spending who knows wetin, how and what kpai Mohbad? So all those things is all planned. They are giving feedback to Wunmi then. There are some of you that are giving Wunmi then. I'm telling you to God, I have been shaking. You understand? I've been shaking, I've been wondering, and I've been asking my God that I serve, that God, who is this person? Koto 2 weeks here. Koto 2 weeks here. Wallahi, actually spending there too.
You see it? Yeah,
God opened it. You know that it's not as if I talked about it. Himself and the sister, they carry themselves like this. One. They open their yash. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ tú àṣírí wọn. There's more people. You people should wait. So they are going to you people will see some things that will shock many of you. Some of the people with you people, they are giving information, blah blah blah. I didn't understand. But jeje, and you know what? I was told that this queen, whoever it is, I don't know her, she has been protecting spending. She has ever since like this. She is the one that made sure that she threw me under the bus, because she knows that I will be one person that will stand my ground to say spending knows about this case and spending is a liar. So everybody is helping them to try and nail this thing. They will not allow this thing happen. They will not allow them see the truth, what they should direct, the action they should take. But we'll just be doing it amiss. After a while, many of us, we are going to walk away. You will see what I'm saying to you people, because the truth is open now. They are supposed to press charges now. Corona is a waste of time.
Truly.
I'm telling you to God who made it. It's a waste of time. The answer, you will just go and meet them. You will see that you people will know the truth. First all this that corona question is a waste of time. And the truth is that the people that are making us to go for that corona request are part of the things that I'm saying. They are using delay tactics to waste our time.
Free of spending. We have not even said enough. We have not even said nothing to the public yet. We only said we held some things back. All right. And there are some things that we brought to the social media that we said since last year. And this year is actually unveiling. I guess when spending came out, some people reached out to him. That was like when he got compromised. Yeah, it was not properly managed. It was they let the people at the outside world to reach out to him. That's when it got compromised, and that is why we have where
No,
we are.
Bossman, I beg to disagree in that area of your on the what you understand. That is your assumption. What he was doing. Spending knew what he was doing. In fact, it's just today I learned that he attempted to buy himself in the prison. Today I heard that he attempted to buy himself in the prison, meaning he ṣẹṣẹ àmọ nǹkan tí mo mean ni pé ó fẹ́ para ẹ̀.
Even the nurse too. You know that, right?
No, I'm not aware of that.
The nurse went on hunger strike.
Eh?
The nurse Feyisara went on hunger strike.
Okay, I don't know about that one. But in his own case, I learned he attempted to buy himself. Now, the question still remains. If he decided that he wanted to buy himself in the Ewon, and he told this guy all those things in the prison, right? He told Prime Boy all those things. He said so many things to Prime Boy, that much. And then, due this reason...
You come to the big screen now.
Okay. And due this reason, a lot of you, like you, Moses, all of you empathized, that made Prime Boy to think that, yes, this guy, at least I have somebody that we know the truth. We stand together, we gel together, we are going to scale through this. And they even said people in the prison, as in the Olopas, told him to be overseeing his friend. The question you people should ask that boy is, what did he ro títí tó fi wò pé kí òun fi kú kàkà kí òun má kí ló ń rò tó fi fẹ́ para ẹ̀? Kí ló rò that tó fi fẹ́ para ẹ̀? Can I give you my own understanding? My own understanding of why he intended to take his life is that òun ti wọ one chance. Òun ti wọ one chance, and he needs to decide, should I be loyal to Mo ti kú, or kí n wò pé what I am doing here is that I am not faithful to ẹni tóun bá dì yìí. I am not faithful to Prime Boy. Òun gangan ni spy.
Exactly. You're right.
He needed to decide within himself because he knows ó mọ nǹkan tó pa Mohbad. Ó mọ dáadáa nǹkan tó pa Mohbad.
So let me, if I want to deduce,
What he then did was that he made a mistake. He used that screenshot you people saw where they said Liam is missing him and everything. He used it to try and make Prime Boy comfortable with him. All what he was telling Prime Boy, he used it to try and make Prime Boy comfortable with him. Ó fún Prime Boy ní close marking. And the truth is that truly, he did not think that Prime Boy will come out of that prison. Ó ti rò pé ibẹ̀ yẹn ni wọ́n bá ti gbà sentence Prime Boy sí ẹ̀wọ̀n. Imagine if they had sentenced Prime Boy to have charged him to court for murder. If not, that people were shouting and people from Mohbad was helping people and God was showing people the truth. Assuming they have charged that boy to court and said, "Òun ló pa Mohbad," ṣé kò ti ní wà lẹ́wọ̀n? Is the truth.
exactly. Okay.
Is the truth.
So at what point are you not saying that?
He told Prime Boy he was gisting with Prime Boy regarding those things, and it's truth. What happened? What is so tough?
But do you agree? What I'm trying to say that you interjected me was that I was trying to explain shake that. Do you know that all what Spenny said when he was staying Panty was actually coming to play this year? That what happened, Yekudi?
No, I want to open my.
Of Wunmi. I mean, the cousin of Wunmi that lives in the house, that banker. You know, we heard that from this guy. Spending. Yekudi, are you looking at me like this now?
No, I'm listening to you.
That Damola guy, that Damola that work in the bank.
Yeah,
I never knew there was any woman being with the name Damola that works in the bank. It was Spending that narrated that part. And then then this year comes and people start talking about, that means this guy that means he's saying the truth. There are some things that led Karimo into trouble with Wunmi that Karimo said. I just don't want to talk about that part yet. We heard it from this dude.
Meanwhile, Lagata will come and meet me and tell me I should be careful of Bossman and Moses because Spendi did tell them all the things that they are also saying. I should be careful of them. That Spendi is sort of phone that Spendi wants to beg me. Lẹ́yìn ni o Bossman tó sọ̀rọ̀ pé this boy was not corrupted. No, Lagata is alive. Go and confirm this from Lagata.
Yeah.
By the time he spoke to me behind, he has gone to meet the sister queen. That one said, I can play it for you people. I can play it. Let me send it to you people and play it.
Yeah. Hello.
Now went to meet Aries them. They were not giving me that me I have bipolar, I have kinikon. This boy was going up and down, causing issues for somebody that knows that you have the truth of what by Mohbad.
The person behind Spending is the usual sister now.
He wanted to silence somebody like me from saying that truth, that Spending has the truth. Spending knows the truth. Spending is among the people that knows waiting by more. But out there, but he knows what happened. It is even Lagata they were, but Owogogo change the mind àwọn Lagata now. Owogogo ló sọ fún wọn pé àwọn people yìí èèyàn burúkú ni gbogbo wa ti ẹ pé this guy is
Let me ask a question, Bossman. Bossman and D1. Bossman and D1, let me ask you where is the question.
I will say it to everywhere. They should hold Wunmi, they should hold Adura, they should hold Spending. Tí wọ́n bá ti charge wọn sí court, tí wọ́n ti charge wọn for buying more. Ẹjọ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ̀rọ òótọ́.
My sister, let me tell you something. Me, the way I see things as someone, like I said, that I don't want to talk too much, but I know about all these things when it comes to charging, not charging. Listen, it's you people that place too much faith in what these people are telling you people. The way I see it, once you lie once, you are done. You are done. That's the way you people are supposed to be seeing this thing. Once you lie once, that's why when you see these things on TV, when these people are interviewing you, they go there, they put the paper, they do everything. They are listening to your non-verbal, your verbal. They are putting these two things together. And that's why you see, once you give them one reason to doubt you, you will see that they no longer believe anything that comes out of your mouth anymore. That's why they will now be digging, they'll be watch any police interview on TV. Just watch it. You will see. But only in Nigeria. But Nigerian police, I don't know what is going on in the back end. I cannot speculate, I cannot talk. All this corona thing people are doing, in my own opinion, you will never find justice there. I promise you that. I promise you.
Look at this. Look at this now. Look at this part. Look at this. They asked Spending.
That corona request is a style. I mean, is
Time
It's a
wasting.
scam.
They are wasting time.
That woman already said it. Woman ti sọ ó ní a máa fa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí for 30 years àbí 20 years àbí kele.
Exactly, wọ́n
Gbogbo
kàn
yín
fi
dẹ̀ ń
play
jókòó
back.
síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ń dúró de tó yẹ kẹ́ mú Nigerian police yín kẹ́ gbé kíní wọn sọ́rùn. You are wasting your time. Once
Another
every
thing
month.
that is obvious, except it's a state like a government hospital, then they will be responsible for moving the body to the morgue. You understand? That's how it works in Nigeria. So we can't hold the doctors, and then doctors, you know, even though they signed the oath and all of that, once a body is taken to them and it's BID, I mean, they will tell the person to, you know, take the body to the morgue. You know, they won't want to take responsibility for, especially when they're not sure. And then, you know, if you now tell them, oh, they should conduct tests, they should do the at whose expense?
Yes.
Who, where, we have found where. The one we are finding now is who and how. How ni pé báwo ló ṣe fún ní jàkìjánkì kìíní tó fi ṣubú ni ṣe kíní ni. So how and who. When is still debatable. They say Monday, some people say Sunday, some people say Saturday, but that's still debatable. At least we can narrow it down to maybe Monday or the day before. So now we know where and the timeline that we are finding for now is where Nigerian police supposed to step in. I would put it to you that sometimes you may not even know how and who. You just charge. That's why teba lọ sí court ní báyìí. Prosecutor máa fún àwọn juror ó máa jókòó. They will tell you the story. They will not say, were you there? Nigeria and Mama Timbo, were you there? It's cleaning blood. You spray the thing on it. You now turn off all the light and put blue light. Once you put the blue light, it will show you that someone just cleaned blood.
Yes.
And you will see the spatter and everything.
They said they were able to trace it all the way to her room. So they were able to understand that they tied her in her room and all that setup was drama. But you know what they now did? There were 3 staff, the house girl, the driver, and then the cook. So they took the 3 of them, they arrested the 3 of them and put them in separate rooms. And they were questioning them. So they were questioning them like, this one said you did this one said you did this. You know, they confessed. This thing is like
there's no need for anything. They don't need to arrest me. Arrest them.
Yes.
And arrest spending.
The whole thing,
I'm telling you. Don't talk to
2 weeks. If you go to like
waste the time àtàgbà àtọmọdé àtàrúgbó àti everybody tí gbogbo ayé wọ́n jókòó ti ọ̀rọ̀ a máa tó rí nǹkan tó pa a máa tó rí nǹkan tó pa a máa tó rí nǹkan tó pa tẹ̀lé ń dààmú ẹ̀yẹ́ wo irun black to white ẹ̀ ń dààmú èèyàn ẹ̀ ń dààmú gbogbo ayé ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké.
You know one thing.
We are all aware of the lies, and it is not just a little bit of lie, a lot of it on justice for Mohbad, the cover up and all of it. We know, we all know it. We all know, we are all aware of it. It's not something that we need to be told about. We all know, we've seen the signs of it. But what people are kind of surprised about is this spending of a thing. Spending. You heard that spending almost pied himself. Like he wanted to pie himself right in the custody of the Nigerian police, Lagos State. I think, what is the division? Is it Panti division or wherever it is that he wanted to pie himself? They said the nurse also tried. Now let us say for the nurse, she has maybe reasons because they already piled it on her. They already made it appear that she is the one that RIP Mohbad. So let us say the nurse had every reason, even though she was supposed to just say, look, this is what I saw. But then, you know how difficult things can be, how manipulative majority of them are. So if it is the nurse, we might kind of try to understand a bit that she's frustrated, she's upset, she could not handle it, her emotions are out of her, and she cannot manage it. But what is it about spending? If spending is supposed to be a witness, why is spending trying to buy himself back then? Spending had opened up. Spending had opened up. He had filled in Prime Boy. He filled in Prime Boy with some of the details that Prime Boy was not aware of. You know, Prime Boy had left. He didn't go with them home. Spending is one that left. Spending was with them all through. And you heard what one of our guests is saying there, that how are we sure? So sure. How are we so sure that spending lied about going home? Because we have started seeing inconsistency in all that spending said. A lot of inconsistency. Oh, I didn't see it. I saw it. I was not too sure. I thought it was the other side of the road. It was the other side of the staircase. It was the other side of the car. It was an SUV. And the SUV that spending claim, people had gone to do their own due diligence. They've gone to see if the kind of structure or whatever spending is saying corresponds to that kind of SUV. They said no, it does not exist. It doesn't exist. So spending is not saying the truth. Spending is lying. Spending is not saying the truth. So the question that begs for an answer, why is spending lying? Was he reached out to and compromised, or spending has a hand? Now, let me remind you of what spending said. That Mohbad had asked him on Monday morning. I think the show was, okay, that was a show of Friday, Saturday, or thereabout. Let's just put it the next day. Mohbad had asked me, he said, were you part of those that fought me? This brings us back to the beginning. It means that there was a kind of fight that was sort of like a free-for-all. Let me put it in a better form. Let us say Mohbad and Wunmi were fighting according to spending in the SUV. Till today, the Nigerian police have not got, well, maybe they did, but we have not seen at the coroner inquest the driver of the SUV to confirm what spending said, or they felt there is no need of we calling him, because I don't think that the SUV will be broken and let us assume that Mohbad could punch that SUV that they claim had injured him. Let us assume. Let us assume. How come the SUV guy has not been invited to come and say what he knows at the coroner inquest? Or are they relying on spending's statement that Mohbad and Wunmi fought? He was holding onto the baby and holding onto the door. That's what spending said. So it means there was a fight. Iyabo Ojo confirmed that Mohbad died inside of the house. Mohbad died inside of the house. This is serious. This is serious. So spending is not saying the truth. Spending is a liar. That is what it appears to be. Prime Boy also confirmed this. He said, at the detention that we were, Spending had opened up to me, and I also opened up to him. I said, look, man, say the truth. He had opened up to me, and I was glad because I already saw myself in a fix. A police officer was coming to threaten me to repeat, to tell me repeatedly that I am going to rot in prison. Now, Spending told me certain things. At the end of the day, Prime Boy has come to realize that Spending was not being truthful. Spending was not being truthful. Spending was simply moving around a little bit of half-truth. Oh, they had a fight in the car. He didn't say they had a fight in the house. Oh, when they now got home. So when they got home, so it means that Spending was also part of the fight when they got home. Spending was part of the fight. If Mohbad could be so livid, angry, chase out Prime Boy, his childhood friend. So it means when they got home, the fights increased. It increased. Spending probably wanted to maybe stop Mohbad or help Wunmi or whatever. He probably must have also done something. He did something. That is why Mohbad asked him, and he said it himself, that the next day Mohbad now came and asked me, were you part of those that fought me? So it means that there was a fight, and certain people who were more observant, they spotted a cut on Wunmi. They noticed that bruise on Wunmi. That indicates that there was a fight. There was a fight. That's what that means. There was a fight between Wunmi and Mohbad. And now it is clear that Spending is also part of it. Can you imagine what we have not thought of? We saw Spending as someone who was going to shed light. Wow. So all of them are simply saying stories that will vindicate them. And they are also careful not to rope the other person who is aware of their own doings. Can you imagine? Can you imagine it? They are all trying to cover each other and just pointing out little bits of information here and there. Just bits of information here and there. Little bit here, little bits there. That's what they've been doing. Just few information here and there. They're all aware of what happened to Mohbad. Spending is aware of what happened to Mohbad. Now, from what we heard, Spending is saying that he does not know the nurse only treated him once, which it can be possible. You came across someone once, you have the phone number of that individual, and when the need arose, and they said, oh, we need a nurse to take care of Mohbad. He said, okay, I think I have this nurse. You guys can call her wherever she is. Maybe she can help us. That one, we don't want to say, okay, it's not true. She knows the nurse. That is not something that we can prove. We can't prove that one yet. And we don't want to even look at that. We don't want to even check into that now. What we want to know is why Spending has decided to be elusive. Spending has decided not to be truthful. Spending has decided to give lies upon lies and not the truth. Why? Why? The spending choose to be a liar. Why did spending choose to be a liar? It is clear that Mohbad was surrounded by enemies. Darosha, who came on the scene later, will be held on this as an accessory. He did what he was not supposed to do, embalming Mohbad. That's one. Two, there are the names of those that should be held responsible and interrogated. Even Karimo, Mohbad's Wunmi's sister, already said this because she's also aware of certain things, and she had confirmed, and she kept emphasizing on it. She kept reiterating that there was a fight in that house that involves Wunmi, and the fight led to the break of the railings. And not just that alone, there's also an audio recording of one of the closest ally to Wunmi, those that are telling her, go ahead, we are behind you. One of them said, yes, there was a fight, but Wunmi was faster than Mohbad. So Mohbad got injured and took the fall and eventually died. So what we've been thinking about from the beginning is what happened. There was a fight. They got home, a little bit of hula ballo. Everyone trying to struggle fight, since that has always been a normal thing amongst them. They are drunk, all of them with their emptiness called ego inside of them. All of them doing their doings. It's something that they've all been doing. Wunmi and Mohbad fighting, accusing themselves. Street girl. Mohbad showing he's also a rugged man. All of them quarreling, screaming at each other. On that day, Wunmi had gone to pick a knife. She had gone to pick a knife. The same one that she claimed she was cooking fried rice with. She had gone to pick a knife. That knife is what injured Mohbad. That is why they could not go to the hospital, because if they had to go to the hospital, they want to know what happened, who stabbed you, who caught you. This bad. Unfortunately, the pathologist in charge of this case of Mohbad did a botched job, and that is where we want to know the role of Shekpeteri. How was Shekpeteri able to influence the pathologist? How did Shekpeteri influence the pathologist? How were they able to come up with this stupid update called report? How were they able to come up with it? How were they able to do it? How did they say there was nothing? That it was just the injection that was administered to Mohbad. Why would Mohbad need an injection for that small injury? Let us assume that the injury cut deep, but it was not. So what cut him? It can never be the windshield of an SUV that will cut Mohbad that way. It's not possible. It's not possible. It does not make sense. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. So what could have happened to Mohbad that will make them say, call the nurse? I can't handle this pain anymore. Call the nurse. I am not comfortable. Call the nurse. The nurse had administered. Definitely did not saw what happened to Mohbad, saw the injury. So part of what the nurse is going to say at the coroner inquest, hopefully she comes in there, is that I saw injury much more than what, and then the pathologist will be put to shame. That is why now they will have to reach out to the nurse and say, look, for this case to go as we want it. Don't even come to say what you say you saw. End the matter there, and we will end this case there. You won't go to jail. But if you come out to say otherwise, meaning you are going against the state government, don't forget that it is the state government versus whoever pied Mohbad. So, if the pathologist already concluded that the cut on Mohbad is that one that we said we saw, according to the nurse, then if the nurse now comes and says, no, there was a deep cut on his neck, there was a deep cut here and there, there was a deep cut here that I had to even suture or whatever. If the nurse comes up with that, then it means that the pathologist, do you see how complicated this case is? Do you see how complicated it is? And there's no way that Mohbad's that's private, is it toxicology he did or whatever he did, can ever produce, because they already disembarked Mohbad. So they could have even cut that part away. Who knows? Well, I don't know what you guys think of this one. It is getting serious. It is really getting serious. Drop your comments, like and share. See you in the next update.